Test, test, test. Okay, it looks like we are finally up and running on our audio issues here. All right, so it looks like we are officially working possibly right now. Had some major technical difficulties, so we apologize to our sponsors for that, but our plugin does not seem to work right now, so I had to dig around and finally come up with another plugin. So as it stands right now, it is 8-0 Lyman leads over Lovell. Because I'm using a different plugin, I do not have room for my scoreboard camera, so our Benedict's Market and True Value scoreboard will not be running today, but I will just keep you updated as we end out the first quarter here. QB option going to be cut up to the left side. Tyler Nichols dives for the first, and let's see if they give it to him. Right at the marker on the 30-yard line, they are going to say that he did get the first down. So as we end the first quarter here, sorry for technical difficulties. We are not able to get audio working in that first quarter, but as it stands right now, I hope you were able to watch some of the video. We will take a quick commercial break, and I will hopefully be back and better than ever to start the second quarter between Lovell and Lyman. Lyman, the Eagles on homecoming day, leading 8-0 after one.
Some folks say that life can be measured in seasons. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, we have vehicles for every season. From new to experienced drivers, we understand that safety, affordability, and great mileage are always on the must-have list. So whether you're just starting out or it's time to expand your fleet, we've got every season covered. Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. Stop in today, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires and offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tire.
Back here at Lyman High School, where the Eagles lead the Bulldogs 8-0 after one quarter. First play of the second quarter underway here. A tight first quarter, back and forth for both teams, but we are able to stream our audio now, so hopefully it works out a little bit better than what we have been putting out right now. Sorry once again, technical difficulties. No stranger for some of my broadcasts. It seems like every week something does not work at mylocalradio.com, but I'm trying my best. I'm all by myself, so as I try to fix things, I will get them to you. So right now it's 8-0 after one quarter, 11 minutes to go before halftime here. We do have a technician coming back from Evanston, A.J. Lamb, hero. A.J. Lamb, coming in to hopefully fix some of these issues. A.J. Lamb, if you see him in town in Evanston, tell him that he is a hero. Hopefully he will be here probably around halftime. We'll get this fixed and hopefully working for the second half. As of right now, like I said, the Benedict's Market and True Value scoreboard is not going to be running today because I'm using a different plugin. I do not have room for the scoreboard camera to be operational. So as of right now, we do not have a scoreboard camera. $10:45 to go here in quarter number 2 before halftime. It is a fourth down here for Lovell on their own side of the field. And it looks like they will line up to punt here from about their 35-yard line, needing 6 yards to get the first down. Flags are on the field. Looks like we're going to back Lovell up 5 yards for a delay of game. Did not get the snap off in time. So back them up a little bit further right now. And the punt is off and away for Lovell. Lyman looking to get the ball back. And it is fumbled, but picked up and tackled immediately. There is the return man for Lyman. The Eagles lucky to maintain possession there and not give it away inside their own 25-yard line. I believe that was number 51 for Lyman on the return. I could be wrong, but Landon Heaton, I'll give him credit for the return there for the Lyman Eagles. So lining up in the pistol formation once again is Lyman. Fake handoff, actually going to give it to the left side on the sweep, and that is going to be a gain of about 2 or 3 yards there as the Lovell defenders all converge in to make the tackle and stop them on first down. Quinn Lindsay, a little hobbled on the Lovell sideline after making that tackle, but he seems to be all right, and he will remain in the game for head coach Danny Gardner. Back in the shotgun formation is Brendan Martin, quarterback for Lyman. That one's going to be taken up the middle and just short of a first down. Give it a 3rd and 2, maybe 3rd and 3 here for the Lyman Eagles. Just inside their 30-yard line. The 30-yard line is the line to gain. They have the ball around the 27-yard line, it appears. Lyman looking to pick up 3 yards here. Quarterback keeper up the middle. He's going to gain well more than the first down. He's going to gain about 15 yards there, give him about 12 yards on the carry. The quarterback keeper right up the middle, not tackled, and he will gain the first down right around the Lyman 40-yard line. Lyman with the ball on their own 40-yard line here, approaching 8 minutes to go in half number 1. It's going to be a throw here on the near side, fade towards the sideline. It's caught, running down the sideline. Can he beat the defenders? Up the sideline. He's got enough speed to beat everybody down the field, and he sets up another Lyman touchdown here. Nobody was going to stop Blake Palmer there, but unfortunately there is a flag on the field, and it's going to come back. A long touchdown pass is going to be brought all the way back on the other side of the field. Blake Palmer, unfortunate there. I believe they called a holding penalty on Lyman on the line of scrimmage. So that long touchdown pass will not count. I had watched Lyman at length in pregame warmups, and they were really trying those sideline fades. That's what it looked like that one was, a sideline fade, and Lovell, just not ready for it, was duped by it and went all the way up the sideline, Blake Palmer. So we're going to take a commercial break when we join us when we return from this commercial break on mylocalradio.com.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. Orthopedic surgery is the practice of medicine centered around bones and joints. It's all about movement and activity and getting that to be less painful. Watching a patient with a specific problem, whether that's pain or decreased range of motion, and being able to treat them, by far the best part of my job.
Back here where Lyman is backed up now, they're going to give it up at the right side. That's going to be a run, and it's not going to get very far on that first down carry. But more flags are on the field here. So Lyman will get the advantage of that. 2nd and about 8 here from their own 42-yard line. And do we have another penalty on the field? Referee stopped it because they did say they did have 2nd down on the chains, but it is 1st after the penalty they took to was penalty yards. So 1st and 8 here. It's going to be a run up the middle using some blockers to put his hand in the back. Might have gone for a stronger gain there. The running back went right into his own man. He had to kind of give him a nice little love tap, push forward there. Say, hey, get out of my way. I'm trying to run here. That was Blake Palmer on the run. So Blake Palmer, a big part of this Lyman football offense so far today. We'll look to keep it going. Second and about 4 yards here, just shy of midfield. As we approach 6 minutes to play in the first half, the Lyman Eagles 8, the Lovell Bulldogs nothing on the scoreboard yet. A little confusion from the officials, but we are all square to play here on 2nd down. It's going to be a handoff, right side taken, trying to cut up the sideline, and that's going to be good for a 1st down. That was a carry by Brendan Martin, the 5'7" junior. Had enough in him to get past midfield and into Lovell territory where they will get a 1st down. So Lyman, the methodical offense at work here, just trying to not necessarily overpower them, but just kind of keep the ball, not make any bad mistakes. Direct snap to the quarterback. He's going to run it up to the left side. Can he get to the sideline? He can. He breaks it for a 1st down and more to about the 30-yard line where he is pushed out of bounds. That was Hagan Lemereau for a Eagle 1st down. So Lyman will have the ball at the Lovell 31-yard line about here in Lyman. 6 minutes to play here in half number 1. The Eagles scored an early touchdown in quarter number 1. We have not had any scoring since that point. In motion, they're going to hand it off left. That was Brendan Martin. Can he break it again? And Brendan Martin finds himself a gain of 10 yards for another Eagle 1st down. So the Eagles moving the ball here in quarter number 2. The Bulldogs and that 3 linebacker front. 1 strong safety trying their best to stop the Eagles, but right now the Eagles have had the game plan that has worked so far. Much to the pleasure of head coach Dale Anderson. Two men in the backfield. It is Hagan Lemereau ready to take the snap. He does. It's going to be a direct snap. He's going to try to run it, cut back to the left side, but he's not going to get anywhere, and that's no gain on the play, so it will be 2nd and 10 here for the Eagles. Homecoming day here for Lyman, a giant party. As expected, a lot of fans coming out for this early Friday kickoff, 1 p.m. kickoff here on mylocalradio.com. Approaching 5 minutes to play here in half number 1. The Eagles leading the Bulldogs right now. It's going to be a handoff taken up the right side. Long field to go there, and can he cut up the sideline? He does, but he does not get enough for the first down, so it's going to be 3rd and manageable here for the Eagles. And we have a timeout, Lyman. So when we return from this commercial break, closing in on halftime here, the Eagles 8, the Bulldogs nothing on mylocalradio.com.
1 in 5 Americans suffer from allergies found in indoor air, which can be up to 5 times more polluted than outdoor air. 307 service experts can clean the ductwork in your home and improve your indoor air quality. On average, over 15,000 house fires annually cause 300 injuries and 30 deaths, started because of clogged dryer vents. 307 service experts can clean your ductwork, making it safer. Whatever you need, whenever you need it. 307 service experts, just one call to fix it all. 307-789-6716.
Back here at Lyman High School, cheerleaders trying to pump up this crowd. We got a decent crowd here. Perfect day for some high school football here in Wyoming. We welcome anyone watching from across the state of Wyoming, some people in Utah. Jenny Gardner, head coach of the Lovell Bulldogs, told me her father was watching from Utah, so hello from across multiple states here on mylocalradio.com. Whether you're watching from Wyoming or much further, we welcome you. It's going to be a first down carry right up the gut there. Number 11, Brendan Martin, took a big hit in the backfield. He did not have the ball, but he comes up shaking his head saying, man, if I can take that kind of hit and I don't even have the ball, that is football for you sometimes. Sometimes you get hit and you get up, standing up, you're like, man, I didn't even have the ball. Why am I taking this huge hit? So it'll be a 1st and goal here for the Lyman Eagles, looking to pound this one into the end zone. They've methodically moved this ball all the way down the field and looking to capitalize on this long drive. And the ball gets snapped over his head, and it's recovered by Lovell. So a missed play there, a missed snap. Ball goes all the way back to the 25-yard line of Lovell, and the Lovell defense comes up big and gets a huge stop there. I believe that was number 27 for Lovell, Dallin Mangus, with the recovery at the 25-yard line. So not what the head coach, Dale Anderson, wanted for his Lyman offense. Looked like they were trying to go a direct snap to maybe the running back in motion, but the snap was towards the quarterback, but he vacated the area thinking that the running back was going to follow him, and it just went wayward. Lovell back to snap, going to throw it to the right side, screen pass to the right side, up to the sideline. Can he break it up on the sideline? He can. A flag goes on the field, might have been a block in the back, but as of right now, it is a touchdown for Lovell. We'll have to look at the flags. There are multiple of them on the field. Could be a block in the back, though, so we will wait to celebrate. If you're a Lovell fan, I don't know if this one's going to count. Yes, it is a block in the back on Lovell. One of those plays where there's a screen pass to the right and they tried to get it on the sideline. And usually when you have those cornerbacks, those defensive backs, and those safeties on the outside, that's when you get a lot of those blocks in the back, because when they're trying to make those tackles up on the sideline, a lot of people coming in from behind especially those wide receivers, some of those times you just have to let the guy go, and if he makes a tackle, he makes a tackle. But even if you just stand there and kind of do a pick play in basketball where you just stand there and let the defender run into you, that will not be a penalty. So just one of those that if you make contact, it is a block in the back, but if you do not, it is not. So as it stands, one touchdown taken off the board for both teams now due to a penalty. It's going to be a keeper to the right side after the fake handoff and tackled in a heap right at the line of scrimmage is their quarterback, Tyler Nichols. So Tyler Nichols getting the start here for Lovell today. Matt Savage started last week at home against Mountain View, and it did not go the Bulldogs' way. I talked to Jenny Gardner, and she actually apologized. She said, sorry you had to watch that. That was not Bulldog football. But today, a much closer game nearing halftime here. 8-0, 3:40 and ticking. Closer to halftime. Bulldogs trailing the Eagles 8-0. In the I formation, quarterback drops back. He's going to throw it up the left side, and that one's going to be intercepted by Lyman right on the sideline. So the Eagles, with their takeover, the turnover of their own, the takeaway there by number 32, Hunter Gines of Lyman. Hunter Gines with the interception there for the Lyman Eagles right on that Lovell sideline. So a big play there. They will get the ball inside of Lovell territory at the 45-yard line. Hand off to the right side, cutting back towards the middle of the field. That's going to be a run pushed up by some Lyman, trying to get some extra yards out of it. It's going to be a gain of 5 on first down, set up second and manageable here for the Eagles at the Lovell 40-yard line. Lovell down 8-0 here. Going to have to make a defensive stand if they want to go into halftime trailing only by 1 score. 2:50 to go. Lyman not necessarily in a hurry, but trying to run out this clock in the first half and maybe put up another score, as that is a run, cuts across the hash mark and close to a first down, but he's just going to be just shy of it. 3rd and 1 at the 35-yard line of Lovell for Lyman. Have to believe this is one of those 4-down territory scenarios for Lyman here, as they have the ball in Lovell territory. 2:16 and ticking down here in half number 1. Have to figure if they don't get it here, as long as they don't lose a lot of yards, they're going to go for it on 4th and short. Handoff left side, that is Brendan Martin. Takes it across the mark for a first down. And absolutely leveled on the play was Hagan Lemereau, who, the linebacker coming in on that QB read, the QB option, absolutely smoked the quarterback there for Lyman. Surprised he didn't get a penalty for it. Looked like a high hit. But as it stands, Hagan picks himself up and gets ready to control his offense with 1:50 and ticking in half number 1. Snap taken. Lemereau is going to keep it this time, and he's going to try to cut up the seam towards the first down marker. He's going to get stopped 3 yards shy of it, so a 2nd and short here, and we're going to have a timeout on the field. Looks like Lyman will take their 2nd, I believe, timeout of the half. So with 1:33 to go, the Eagles leading on homecoming day 8-0 over the Bulldogs in half number 1.
Sometimes when you're shopping for a vehicle, you're not sure what you want, so you drop by and look at all the options. Other times you know exactly what you want. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, you can call us or schedule a test drive online. We'll have it ready when you get here. We're here to help you get exactly what you want on your schedule. So whether you want to browse or pre-schedule a test drive, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet is here for you. 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer. Some folks say that life can be measured in seasons. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, we have vehicles for every season. From new to experienced drivers, we understand that safety, affordability, and great mileage are always on the must-have list. So whether you're just starting out or it's time to expand your fleet, we've got every season covered. Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. Stop in today, 624 Front Street, Evanston, where...
Back here, Lyman taking the ball, going to try to cut it to the near sideline. Can he get there? Brendan Martin fumbles the ball, but it goes out of bounds. So a lucky mistake there for Lyman as the ball was almost turned over once again. It will bring up a third down, though, for the Eagles now. Inside of Lovell territory. Do we have an injury on the field? We do. A Lyman player is on the field on the near sideline as everyone takes a knee. Not sure who that is on the field there. That is number 11 for Lyman on that one. Brendan Martin. Slow to get up, but he does walk off on his own power, so hopefully he is able to come back into this game. Lyman certainly needs him as a huge part of their offense. Third down and short here. Hagan takes it up the middle. He's going to get a first down and more. And with 1 minute to go here in quarter number 2, Lyman hurries up to the line. Handoff, right side, going to take it up the middle. Lemereau, he's going to gain about 6 on the play. So as we cut towards a minute to go here in quarter number 2, Lyman snaps it quick here. Lemereau is going to take it up the left sideline. Can he get to the corner? Yes, he can. That's a touchdown, Eagles. And the Eagles, for the second time on the day, are on the board. And they take a late score here in quarter number 2. No flags on the field, so this one's not going to come back. And let's see if Lyman decides to go for 2, or they're going to line up to kick this time around. 14-0 here as it stands. Extra points still to be taken. 52 seconds on the clock. And it looks like the offense is still on the field for Lyman, so kicking issues a problem. They're going to go for 2, it seems, today. Ball spotted at the 3-yard line. It's going to be a handoff left side, fumbled at the line of scrimmage. Lemereau dives on it, but unfortunately for Lyman, that will be the end of the play. So 14-0 here in quarter number 2, just before halftime. 52 seconds to go. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Join us on MyLocalRadio.com after this commercial break.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
.52 seconds to go here in quarter number 2. Closing in on halftime. The Eagles leading by 2 scores. And that is kickoff is sent deep into the end zone, so that's going to be a touchback. And let's see what Lovell and Jenny Gardner decide to do here late in their own side of the field. As we close in on halftime, let's see if she trusts her offense enough with 55.5 on the clock now to move the ball, or she will just call it quits and go into halftime and talk about some things with her team. Jenny Gardner, first-year coach here at Lovell, first female football coach in the state of Wyoming. Certainly was having some fun in pregame warm-ups. Doesn't seem like the players trust her, so do not think that it is her fault right now, but she will have this team inspired in the second half. I can guarantee you that. They're not just going to lay and roll an egg here. That run is taken up the near side and falling onto the track once again is number 11, Brendan Martin. So Brendan Martin just having a tough go of it. He slides on the track, circling the field here. Gets right back up and goes on the field, so doesn't seem too affected by it. That's a first down throw right at the marker, going to be enough for a first down there. So maybe Lovell will try to get some offense going here before we close out the first half. 27 ticks on the clock before halftime. And as the ref's hands come together, it looks like Jenny will use that timeout of hers. So Gardner is going to take a timeout here, maybe try to get the ball down the field, at least get into position for possible one Hail Mary. Let's see how Lyman elects to defend. 27 ticks on the clock just before halftime here. Lovell had their offense going for a bit, then they turned the ball over on their own sideline. An interception by Hunter Gines gave it to the Eagles. The Eagles then turned that into 6 points the other way on a keeper from Hagen Lemereau. Was enough to get it into the end zone. They went for 2 again, did not get it this time, so it is 14-0. Went for 2 and was successful in the first quarter. Back to throw once again. It's going to be a screen on the right side. And Brendan Martin is there to break it up. He levels the running back out there to catch the ball. Dale Anderson had some words for Brendan Martin. If he undercut that route, he had a lot of green space in front of him. He elected instead to go after and make sure that the ball was not caught. Just about 20 seconds to go here in half number 1. Back to throw it again on the near sideline. That is complete and out of bounds. So Lovell will have a third down here with 19 seconds to play in half number 1. So let's see if they try to get a first down here, maybe get it to midfield. The line to gain is at their own 47-yard line. They can get it to midfield and then get some protection under their quarterback. Might be worth it to just try to heave one towards the end zone and see if they can either get a penalty or get a touchdown or reception to close out this half. Tyler Nichols in the shotgun once again for the Bulldogs. He's back to throw. He's going to throw it on the near side, and that is caught up the sideline. One man to beat. Can he beat him? No, he's thrown out of bounds at the 15-yard line. So Lovell, the big play that they've been waiting for in this first half, might come just too late, though, as with 15 seconds to go, or actually with 9 seconds to go, they're at the 15-yard line. So maybe 1 or 2 plays here, depending on if the ball is thrown and how long the play takes. So with 9 seconds to go, Lyman looking for a defensive stand to end out this first half. Back to throw on the far sideline, incomplete. Still some time on the clock, 5.5. That play took 4 seconds. So this will probably be the last play of the first half. Let's see what Jenny Gardner has lined up for her team. Tyler Nichols, the sophomore here, just don't make a bad mistake. If you're going to throw it on that far sideline, make sure the only person that is able to get it is your wide receiver, because if a Lyman defender undercuts that route, they could be running for a long time. Nichols back to snap. Last play of the first half. Going to throw a fade towards the end zone. Is it caught? Nope, it is not. Just too long for the wide receiver. That was number 10, Caleb Snyder. But look at that. That play actually took only 4.3 seconds. So we have less than a second on the clock, but there is still time on the clock. So Jenny Gardner is actually going to get another play. They had the route that they wanted, a fade to the back corner of the end zone, one-on-one coverage with the Lyman defense, but the throw was just maybe a yard or two too far. And we have an exciting end to the first half here. Less than a second to go. This will be the last play of the first half, barring a penalty. Nichols back to snap, and we have some flags on the field. So, possible false start. Yes, we do have a false start. So, back him up 5 yards. Clock was not running, so we're not going to be a runoff there. But they will have the ball at the Lyman 21-yard line. So they have to go 21 yards on this play if they want to score. See if they can put up .7 on the clock as the clock ran and they snapped the ball. So, yes, we have it. So, last play of the first half, barring a penalty. In the I formation, Tyler Nichols drops back to pass. Lyman trying to get to rush to him, and they will sack him, and that's how the first half will end. So the first half ends just like it started for Lyman. A big sack ends that first half. Number 75, Lucas Anson, the senior, 6'3" senior for the Eagles, will end the first half with a sack, and that's how we will go to halftime. Lyman 14, Lovell 0. Join us on mylocalradio.com for more action after this commercial break.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires and offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
1 in 5 Americans suffer from allergies found in indoor air, which can be up to 5 times more polluted than outdoor air. 307 service experts can clean the ductwork in your home and improve your indoor air quality. On average, over 15,000 house fires annually cause 300 injuries and 30 deaths, started because of clogged dryer vents. 307 service experts can clean your ductwork, making it safer. Whatever you need, whenever you need it. 307 service experts, just one call to fix it all. 307-789-6716.
If you had a toothache, would you see a foot doctor? Or would you go to the dermatologist to have a baby? Of course not. When your vehicle needs service, take it to the best qualified mechanics. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, our technicians are GM certified service experts. They're trained to know every inch of your vehicle. Don't trust your vehicle to just anyone. Have all your service done at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
When you have any mechanical problems, always think of Reese Auto Service in Lyman first. Doug and the mechanics at Reese Auto Service work on everything from your lawnmower and snowblower to cars, trucks, farm and ranch equipment, and semis. You can also get tires for anything you need at Reese Auto Service. Always visit Reese first. You'll get great pricing and quality-friendly service. Reese Auto Service, 541 Highway 413, Lyman. Your mobility affects every aspect of your life. When you suffer from an injury that decreases your mobility, or maybe you're just noticing that you're having a harder time balancing and your flexibility isn't what it used to be, call Randy Christofferson at Achieve Sports Medicine. Randy will work with you to improve your overall health by reducing pain and improving mobility. Schedule your appointment today by calling 307-747-4627. Achieve Sports Medicine in Lyman. No excuses, just results.
We know that when you think of Plains Tire in Evanston, you always think
The Tire Professionals.
Quality customer service. They're friendly with great prices.
I really like Plains Tire in Evanston.
But did you also know that the team at Plains Tire offers oil changes, windshield wiper checks, and free alignment checks? That's right, free alignment checks. We don't want you to quit thinking all those great things when you hear Plains Tire. We just want you to add to the list. Plains Tire, the tire professionals. Stop in today, 157 Bear River Drive.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. Orthopedic surgery is the practice of medicine centered around bones and joints. It's all about movement and activity and getting that to be less painful. Watching a patient with a specific problem, whether that's pain or decreased range of motion, and being able to treat them, by far the best part of my job.
One in 5 Americans suffer from allergies found in indoor air, which can be up to 5 times more polluted than outdoor air. 307 service experts can clean the ductwork in your home and improve your indoor air quality. On average, over 15,000 house fires annually cause 300 injuries and 30 deaths, started because of clogged dryer vents. 307 service experts can clean your ductwork, making it safer. Whatever you need, whenever you need it. 307 service experts, just one call to fix it all. 307-789-6716.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Frankham. As a dentist in Evanston for over 20 years now, my mission has always been to provide quality dental care for people of all ages at reasonable prices. I'm a detail-oriented person, and it's important to me to stay current on new dental procedures and protocols that can help my patients have the best experience and have the best results. Over the years, I've also worked to keep my overhead low so that I can pass those savings on to my patients. I believe everyone deserves quality dental care. Please call us today at 307-789-8910.
All right, we are back here in Lyman High School on homecoming day. A 1 o'clock kickoff, early kickoff for those of you tuning in. Thank you, whether you're at work or you're just across the country. I know we have people all over our great United States watching us, some in Utah, some in Wyoming, and some people across maybe even further. So if you are tuned into this broadcast, we thank you. Once again, my name is Sean Bennett on mylocalradio.com. And shout out to our friend Chad Lindsay listening from afar. Appreciate the messages, and sorry about the stream being delayed to start. We did have a pregame show lined up, brought to you by Reese Auto Service in Lyman, but unfortunately some technical difficulties just made that not possible to happen. But at the end of the day, this is not the first and will not be the last time that we have technical difficulties. I'm just working with a lot of archaic equipment here, a lot of old equipment that probably needs to be updated. So at the end of the day, I'm just working with what I got and the knowledge that I have. So thank you for tuning in here on mylocalradio.com. So let's break down what happened in the first half, brought to you by Reese Auto Service in Lyman. They fix everything: mowers, generators, vehicles, farm equipment, semis, and more. Once again, that was Reese's Auto Service in Lyman. Buy your tires at Reese Auto. So, in that first half, wasn't necessarily pretty for Jenny Gardner's Buffalo team. Not much to say if you're a Lovell fan watching this broadcast from afar. The Lovell Bulldogs, their best drive came with 20 seconds to go. They got the ball with 45 seconds to play in the first half, and they actually drove the ball about 60 yards down the field, had a chance at a touchdown. A fade to the back corner of the end zone was just long out of reach for their wide receiver, and that one fell to the ground. They had a penalty on the next play, and a sack ended the first half. So the long drive from Lovell, I'm not sure if Lyman maybe was playing more of a conservative no deep balls, no balls over your head defense, but so I'm not sure if that's why they went on this long drive. But if you're a Lovell fan, you have to be at least a little optimistic after last week when they could not move the ball at all at home against Mountain View, one of the better teams in the entire state, albeit they could not move the ball. Today they are at least moving the ball. They've just had some untimely turnovers, including an interception on their own side of the field, right around midfield. A throw to the sideline was undercut from Hunter Gines of Lyman, and he stole that one away, and Lyman transferred that to 6 points the other way after going on a 45-yard drive of their own right before the half. So Lyman, unlike when they played Kemmerer a couple weeks ago, and I covered that one on mylocalradio.com, this time Lyman was the team that was able to capitalize on their own side of the field. And right before halftime, Lyman able to move the ball and punch that one into the end zone. Hagan Lemereau, 2 touchdowns on the day for Lyman, both on quarterback keepers, where he hit the edge, got the corner, and was able to sneak his way into the end zone. One on the right hash when they hiked the ball. He was just able to get around those blockers, had some nice blocks from the outside, was able to get around it, and once he had that corner, it was just a race to the pylon. He got there first, and he ran untouched into the end zone for 6. So Lyman has, without being too crude about it, Lyman has had some kicking issues in the past. Their kicker has been off and on and not necessarily the most accurate. So today, head coach Dale Anderson of the Lyman Eagles said, let's just go for 2 instead of trying a extra point kick that did not work out. So they went for 2 twice. They got it the first time. The second time, it looked like maybe a direct snap to the running back, but a little miscommunication. The ball was fumbled, hit the ground, and Lemereau was able to dive on it. So no damage done there, but the play did end, and they did not convert on that 2-point conversion. So as we close out this halftime show brought to you by Reese Auto Service in Lyman on mylocalradio.com, it is 14-0. Eagles over Bulldogs. Join us after this commercial break when we start the second half.
Some folks say that life can be measured in seasons. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, we have vehicles for every season. From new to experienced drivers, we understand that safety, affordability, and great mileage are always on the must-have list. So whether you're just starting out or it's time to expand your fleet, we've got every season covered. Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. Stop in today, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
When you have any mechanical problems, always think of Reese Auto Service in Lyman first. Doug and the mechanics at Reese Auto Service work on everything from your lawnmower and snowblower to cars, trucks, farm and ranch equipment, and semis. You can also get tires for anything you need at Reese Auto Service. Always visit Reese first. You'll get great pricing and quality-friendly service. Reese Auto Service, 541 Highway 413, Lyman.
No matter what you need to have printed, Westar Printing is the place you want to have it done. Calendars, letterhead, envelopes, brochures, books, posters, vinyl banners, business forms, announcements, wedding invitations, and business cards are just a few examples. You can also have your favorite family photos printed on canvas or placed into a personalized family photo calendar. You will want to do business with Westar Printing. Stop in today. Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston.
Both teams have found their way back onto the field here, and we are just about set to get ready to get started here for half number 2 on homecoming day, where the Eagles are leading the Bulldogs 14-0. A first half that was, to be quite frank, was all Bulldogs, was all Eagles in the first half. The Bulldogs just trying to get something working, and unfortunately for them, that something was not working in that first half. So we'll have to watch and see what they do in the second half, what kind of adjustments they make. Head coach Jenny Gardner will have this team ready. As I said, do not expect this to get out of hand for Lovell, as Jenny Gardner has always had her team prepared this year, and they're always fighting. So do not count the Bulldogs out yet, as the Lyman Eagles still have to prove that they can play a full 4 quarters of football here. They have not done so this season. They have struggled in a couple quarters that have cost them. Against Pinedale, they had a 70-yard rush for a touchdown. Most of their offense for Lyman came on one play, a long touchdown. So as it stands right now, let's see if Lyman can come out with that same energy that they did in the first half in the second half and hold on for their first win of the season. Lyman is 0-3 on the season, 0-2 in the conference. And Lovell is 1-2 and 1-1, I believe, in the Class 2A for football here in Wyoming. So about a minute ticking away on the Benedict's Market scoreboard here before we can officially start the second half. Both teams look ready, but going to wait here and just make sure that any last-minute adjustments are made before stepping out on the field. As Dale Anderson takes a minute to himself, walks up and down the sideline for Lyman. And I know our broadcast started a little bit late, but you'll have to take my word for it that Lyman received the opening kickoff, so they will kick this ball off to start the second half. So Lovell looking to capitalize on their first drive of the second half and get this back to a one-score game. Our scoreboarded camera is not operating today, so our Benedict's Market and True Value and Mountain View scoreboard will just be read aloud. So keep in mind, just imagine what the scoreboard will say after I tell you. And the ball is loose on the ground. The ball is fumbled. Did Lyman get it? It looks like they're cheering that they did. Let's see what the officials call. I still have not gotten a signal. And it looks like Lyman is lining up on offense. So Lyman quickly gets momentum back just like they did in the first half. They will get the ball. So Lyman kicking off. And they will start with possession here in half number 2. So some more errors here. And that one's taken up the middle. Brendan Martin scores. Touchdown, Brendan Martin and the Eagles. So one play into the second half, and the Lovell Bulldogs' struggles continue. Their last 6+ quarters here have not seen them get any points. They were shut out last week, and they have not scored a point here today in Lyman. So the Bridger Valley really taking it to the Bulldogs in consecutive weeks. So they will go for 2 again. Brendan Martin in the backfield. He scored the touchdown on the last play. And it's going to be keeper for Lamoureux, and he's going to try to sneak it up the middle, but cannot. Lovell up for the task. And just like that, with 11:44 to play in half number 2, in quarter number 3 rather, 16 seconds in, and we have a 20-0 score. The Eagles leading the Bulldogs, 20-0 after one half. So Lyman here on homecoming day, certainly the start that they wanted to both the first and second half. Quick scores have led to this 20-0 lead for Lyman. So Lyman going to kick it off here once again to Lovell. Let's see if this one goes better for Lovell than the previous one did. Taken at about the 15-yard line for Lovell. They're going to run this up the near sideline on Lovell's side to about the 30-yard line. Crossing the 30-yard line is Lovell. And that's where the first possession for Lovell will start here in this second half, now trailing 20-0. So 20-0 Bulldogs trailing here, 11:35 to go in quarter number 3. So after 25 seconds, Jenny Gardner, maybe not what she was saying at halftime, that, hey, we're going to fumble the opening kickoff of the second half, and they're going to score in the first play. So let's see how the playbook changes here for Jenny Gardner, now trailing by 3 scores instead of just 2. In the I formation, dropping back to pass. Going to throw this one long on the near sideline, and incomplete there. Defended nicely by Lyman. That was number 12, Hagen Lamoureux, coming up with the stop once again for Lyman. That was number 10, Caleb Snyder for Lovell, trying to go up in sky to get that one, but Hagen was all over him. Did not get there early, so that was just a good all-around play to get there at the perfect moment when the ball was arriving and just kind of drag him down, kind of get his hands away from the ball and not able to be caught from Lovell there. Not sure if it would have been caught had Hagen not been there, but a good defensive stop, albeit on that play. Tyler Nichols under center once again. 2 running backs behind him. He's going to hand this one off to the right, and that's a gain of, let's call it 2 yards there on second down. Sets up a 3rd and 8 here for Lovell. Lovell with the ball at their own 32-yard line. 3rd and 8 here. 11 minutes to go in quarter number 3. The Lyman Eagles certainly have the momentum in this one. They've kind of had it since the first drive, which they scored on, and went up 8-0 early in this game. 2 backs behind Nichols once again. He'll turn around, hand it off to the left side, trying to get up the seam. Not going to get anywhere. He is stopped at the line of scrimmage. And Lyman, with another defensive stop, will bring up 4th and long. So Jenny Gardner, no other choice here but to punt. Closing in on 10 minutes remaining in quarter number 3.
Girls swim team is in action tomorrow at Evanston. So, good job over to Evanston and support them. I really appreciate it.
4th and 8 here with 10 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Back to punt is Lovell. And some flags on the field. We will back up before we are able to punt the ball here. False start on Lovell, so the gunners, as they call them, the wide player, moved right in front of that official, so that's an easy call for him on the line when he starts moving before the ball was snapped. So 4th and even longer now, 4th and 13 for the Bulldogs inside their own territory. This punt is off and taken. They're going to let this one roll, and that one is going to eventually stop just outside of the 30-yard line for Lyman. So Lyman will take over at their own 32-yard line here. Not the worst field position. They're going to have the ball. Pretty good field position. Let's see if they can make another drive here. Start another drive and possibly put this one away for good and go up 4 scores over the Bulldogs. Lyman looking for their first win of the year. They are in a very good spot here. Just do not need any senseless turnovers. That would hamper that. Snap handed off to the right side. That's Brendan Martin. He's going to take it up the middle. He's going to break through a tackle, and he is gone. Brendan Martin, the speed. He looks over his shoulder. No one's going to catch him. That's a touchdown for Brendan Martin and the Lyman Eagles. And just like that, the Eagles are up 26-0 over the Bulldogs here in the 3rd quarter. 2 plays have been run by Lyman in the 3rd quarter, and they have both went for touchdowns. 68-yard run from Brendan Martin, threw a tackler off of him, and just at one point peeked over his shoulder, saw that the nearest defender for Lovell was only about 10-15 yards away, and he just used that breakaway speed to get away from him. 2-point conversion here, thrown by Lamoureux, a fade to the back of the end zone. That's going to go well wide and out of play. So 26-0 is going to be the score. 9:27 to go in the 3rd quarter, and Jenny Gardner's team has certainly not found their rhythm here in the 3rd quarter. Join us after this commercial break on MyLocalRadio.com.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Westar Printing design your business cards. Now with same-day and next-day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Westar Printing, 307-789-5202.
Back here at Lyman, where the Eagles have incited the rout here. Like I said last week, 57-0 was the score of the Buffaloes over the Bulldogs. That one was at Lovell. This one on their home turf. Lyman taking it to the Buffaloes. They lead 26-0 as this kick will land short at the 20-yard line, taken by Lovell, they'll try to get this one across the 40, and they will. And they are going to be stopped just about the 40-yard line. Let's see what the official spot is before I say where the ball will be spotted. They're going to spot this one, looks like at the 41-yard line of Lovell. So Lovell, a good return there, return of about 24 yards there. That was a stop, by the way, by number 19 of Lyman, Preston Brewer, the sophomore, came in to eventually stop the play. In the shotgun formation, and we're going to have a penalty before this drive starts for Lovell. So Lovell has had 3 penalties here in quarter number 3 in 2 minutes and 39 seconds we have played. And Lyman has run 2 plays, and they've scored 2 touchdowns. So certainly the start that head coach Dale Anderson wanted, and maybe not the start that Jenny Gardner wanted. I think I might be able to take away the might in that statement. I don't think that's how she wanted to start this third quarter, giving up 2 touchdowns on 2 plays. It's going to be a run taken up the seam and immediately hit at the line of scrimmage. Preston Brewer laid the smackdown on that one to stop the play dead at the line of scrimmage. Colin Rogers was also in there with him on a tackle, senior for Lyman. So second and long here, call it second and 15 for the Bulldogs after a penalty before that first down play backed them up. In the shotgun formation once again, Nichols, he's going to throw this up the near sideline, and that is intercepted from Lyman. He's going to cut across the field. That's Hagen Lamoureux. He's able to stay up on his feet. A huge block at the 35-yard line. That's going to draw some flags, but immediately tackled on the sideline. Some fighting going on the sideline after that one. A huge crackback block. Probably is going to be what the flag was, as the player is still down on the field, able to walk off the field under his own power, but that's got to hurt. One of those crackback blocks, and what I mean by that is the defender is running, trying to stop the Lyman receiver, the ball carrier, I should say, and he just did not see the hit coming. A Lyman player ran right into him and just leveled him. Not sure if it was completely a dirty hit. I do not want to put that distinction on the play, but it's one of those plays that they try to get out of football just because you have no sense that somebody's about to hit you. You're running parallel across the field, and you're thinking that you're trying to get the ball carrier, and then somebody just comes up and absolutely buries you in the dirt. That's got to hurt. So back the Eagles up pretty far here. The throw by Tyler Nichols was intercepted by Hagen Lamoureux, as I had said, and Lamoureux cut from the near sideline, the right sideline, tried to go all the way and was tackled at the left sideline, but because of those block in the back, crackback block penalties, Lyman will take over at their own 20-yard line, it looks like. It's going to be a run to the right side. He's not going to be able to get away from this one. Made sure to wrap him up there. The carry from Preston Brewer. Went for a gain of a couple, but there are some flags on the field. At least I thought I saw a flag, so let's wait and see what we got. Officials are pointing towards the Lovell side, so that might be a defensive penalty. We'll have to wait and see who the penalty is on, as that Brendan Martin is trotting off the field once again with the help of Randy Christofferson, the trainer. Also one of our sponsors. Very generous man. Great to talk to. And I think they're going to call that a personal foul penalty. So that's a big 15-yard penalty from the spot. I think they're going to say that occurred when Preston Brewer is being wrapped up. I think the player came in and hit him with the helmet-to-helmet contact. So that's a penalty here in Wyoming. And a 15-yard gain from the spot. Lyman is going to get the ball at their own 36-yard line now. So 1st and 10 at their own 36, leading this one 26-0 over Lovell. Handoff right side, going to be cut up the seam and tackled for a gain of about 5 yards there. That was a handoff to Hunter Gines. He made an interception earlier in this contest that set up Lyman's second score of the game just before halftime. Lyman scored twice in the first half and twice in the first 5 minutes of this third quarter as we approach 7 minutes to go in quarter number 3. Handoff, Gines once again. He's going to take this one up the seam and get it to just shy, and a late flag comes in. Might have been some extracurriculars. This game has gotten chippy here in the third quarter, so a late flag comes in. Let's see who it is called on. And they're making the chirping signal that maybe a little bit of taunting after the play from a Lyman offensive player. That's a big 15-yard penalty. That one's going to take it all the way back to the, looks like the Lyman 29-yard line. So a 15-yard penalty. It would have been 3rd and short, but it is now 3rd and about a 3rd and country mile, as some would say. 3rd, maybe 16, 17 yards. So let's see what Lyman does. Let's see if they just run the ball here or decide to go back and pass to try to pick up that first down. Just one of those penalties you don't need if you're Lyman. You're up 26-0. You're just trying to waste out the clock now. Lamoureux back to throw. Dancing around, looking around. He might have fumbled that ball as the Bulldogs converge. Lamoureux comes out of the pile. He does not have the football, so I think that ball was loose on the carpet for a second. And Lyman maintains possession. So a Lyman player able to jump on the football, but that is not what head coach Dale Anderson wanted to see, as Preston Brewer comes out of the pile with the football. So 6:50 to go, and Lyman looked like they're set up to start another drive. They had 3rd and short, and they wound up going back 25 yards in the span of 2 plays, and now they will punt from deep in their own territory. And that's going to be a penalty on the near side. Looked like the gunner kind of leaned in and jumped off sides, or jumped onto the Lovell side, so that's going to be a false start. That was number 32 for Lyman, Hunter Gines, once again. So, as I said earlier when I was talking about Lovell, when you have those gunners, sometimes it's hard to really read the snap, especially with a lot of motion. And that's one where he just jumped before the ball was snapped. That punt's going to be received at his own 40-yard line, taken up towards midfield and wrapped up, stopped there. Let's call it a return of 8 yards for Lovell right there by number 22, Thomas Hinckley, the junior for the Bulldogs. So Lyman, this defensive front for them has worked out. Maybe they took some notes from what Mountain View was able to do last week against the Bulldogs. They haven't really needed to guard a lot of those wide receiver patterns, and when they have, they've just relied on that one-on-one coverage to be enough, and they've gotten a couple interceptions. Last time, a safety came in to make an interception. That's going to be a handoff left side. Trying to get towards the sideline is the big running back, maybe a fullback there for Lovell. And that's a gain of about 5 yards. So C.J. Lindsey, the carry for Lovell. Sophomore, 175 pounds. That might have been his preseason weight. If I had to guess, he looks a lot bigger than 175 pounds. No disrespect, I'm just saying, a big running back. Sometimes that is working to your advantage as a bigger guy. when the defense tries to tackle you. So 2nd and manageable here. 2nd and 5 inside Lyman territory at the 45-yard line. 5:30 to go in quarter number 3. Back to pass. Nichols going to cut it up the near sideline and immediately stopped right there. Was that Brendan Martin? That was. Brendan Martin, a huge tackle once again. Lyman not tricked by the screen up the line of scrimmage, as they had 3 players over there ready to tackle. And there's going to be a penalty on the field. They're going to call this one on Dale Anderson. Dale Anderson sticks his hands up in the air, and he's like, what am I saying? But he must have said the wrong word, or the wrong phrase there, is the official right in front of him. You could see him reaching for his flag, and he pulled it out. So a first down there for Lovell, and a big one. Would have been a 3rd and 8. Instead, it is a first down. So Dale Anderson clapping his hands, saying, hey, that's my bad, team. There's nothing you could have done there. You did stop him, but his displeasure with the officials gives Lovell a first down. It's going to be a fake handoff. Nichols drops back to pass. He's going to throw it again, and it is off the hands of his wide receiver. He was open, and it just goes off the hands and drops incomplete. So it's a 2nd and long. Lovell has had pressure on their quarterback on about, I'd like to say about 60% of their dropbacks, maybe even more, throughout this game. That Lyman pressure, that defensive line has been able to crumble a big offensive line from Lovell. I was watching in pregame warmups. Lovell does have some size and maybe some weight advantage, but sometimes it's not always the bigger guy that wins. Sometimes it's the more crafty, and if you know how to use your weight, that's a lot better than just somebody who's big and clunky out there. Nichols hands it off on the 2nd attempt. That's going to be a loss of yards. That will be a 3rd and 12 now, as C.J. Lindsey isn't able to get back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 12 here. Ball at the Lyman 35-yard line. 4:20 to go. Dale Anderson still chirping at the officials from the sideline. So he must have seen that this game has gotten chippy. I don't know if that is the reason that he has been vocal to the officials, but some late hits, some talking back and forth between the players. Not what you want to see. 3rd and long. Nichols drops back to pass. He's going to throw it. That one is incomplete. It drops in front of the wide receiver. Intended target was number 10, Caleb Snyder. Lyman had 2 defenders there, but there's going to be a flag on the field right at the line of scrimmage. Let's see what that flag is for. Lovell is backing up, so it might be on the Bulldogs. We'll wait to see what the flag is. It was a 3rd down and 12, so let's see if Dale Anderson elects to accept the penalty, even if it is. They're going to call a personal foul penalty on Lovell. So the ball was incomplete, so Dale Anderson, instead of taking 4th and 12, he's going to back the Bulldogs up to just about their own 49-yard line. So Lovell will have, let's see, the line to gain is at the 24-yard line. So they're going to have to go about 26 yards here on 3rd down if they want to convert. Might be 4th down territory, 4-down territory. Down 26-0 with 4 minutes to play in quarter number 3. So don't necessarily need to pick it all up on one play, but see what Jenny Gardner elects to do. Nichols scrolling to his right, throws it. That is complete, and that one is taken to about the 40-yard line. So I guess Dale Anderson's methodology pays off, as it will be 4th and about 15 instead of 4th and 12 had he declined that penalty. So let's see what Jenny Gardner elects to do. At the Lyman 40-yard line, they've moved the ball a considerable distance here. Taking up a lot of time in the third quarter. As we approach 3.5 minutes to go in quarter number 3. 26 for Lyman, 0 for the Bulldogs. They've been shut out for the last 6+ quarters. Back to pass once again is Nichols. He's going to throw this one over the middle, and a wide receiver streaking towards the end zone. He's not going to get it, and that will be a turnover on downs. And Lyman will retake possession here with 2:55 on the clock in quarter number 3. So as I said, this game's been getting a little bit more chippy here in the third quarter. So let's see if Dale Anderson has told his team to maybe back off on some of these plays where don't get in the player's face after the play. We can't risk any more penalties. We're up 26-0. Don't want to have to be forced to punt the ball because we get a 15-yard penalty that kind of kills the drive. Brandon Martin takes it up the right seam, and that's going to be a gain of 9. So Brendan Martin wreaking havoc on the Lovell Bulldogs today. He has been huge for the Eagles. 2:20 on the clock in quarter number 3. Fake handoff, keeper up the middle. And Hagan will pick up a first down for Lyman. Gain of about 5 on the quarterback keeper. And that'll be a new set of downs and at least a few more minutes off the clock here. Let's see if Lyman can keep it as we close out this third quarter. Jenny Gardner's team's going to need a turnover. They want to get back into this one. Brandon Martin's going to take it up the right sideline, use his own blocker to his advantage. He's going to cut up the right sideline. Can he get all the way? He is tackled at the 10-yard line, but another huge run, and this one's going to come back as the quarterback and the offensive line are standing around, shaking their heads. They're going to call a holding penalty on Lyman, so bring it back once again. The second big play of the day for Brendan Martin that has been called back. Remember, we had a touchdown earlier in the game called back from Lyman. That was Preston Brewer, who caught a long fade, I guess you could call it, up the sideline where the defender was beat and he ran all the way into the end zone, but it was called back. And Lovell has had one of their own called back as well, so it's not necessarily one-sided. Just had a lot of penalties today between these two teams. First and long here. Handoff, left side, cut back towards the middle. And that's going to be a gain of about 8 yards on the play. So the ball at midfield. And now bring up second and about 13. As the line to gain is the Lovell 37-yard line. 1:30 to go in quarter number 3. Eagles 26, Bulldogs 0 on the Benedict's Market and True Value scoreboard. Spin move there right around the middle of the field as the Lovell defender, number 10, Caleb Snyder, winding up on his butt. But that was a good run from Richard Brewer. First time I've said his name today for the Eagles. So Richard Brewer saw Preston Brewer getting a lot of mentions today, the sophomore. And he said, hey, I'm a junior. I'm the older one. Between us, I should be getting some recognition too. That run is going to be taken and stopped just short of the first down marker. So it'll be 4th and probably less than a yard here. Let's see what head coach Dale Anderson elects to do. 4th and inches as we close out the third quarter. 30 seconds to go. Let's see if they snap the ball first. 20 seconds on the clock now. In the shotgun formation. Dale Anderson looks at the clock, nods his head. They are going to snap it, run up the middle. Did he get enough? And it looks like the Lions judge is going to give him enough for the first down. So that's how the third quarter will end here at Lyman. 6 seconds to go. We're just going to run that after the chains have been spotted. So a first down for Lyman when we return from this third quarter break. When we come back, we'll have fourth quarter action. The Eagles leading the Bulldogs 26-0 on mylocalradio.com.
If you had a toothache, would you see a foot doctor? Or would you go to the dermatologist to have a baby? Of course not. When your vehicle needs service, take it to the best qualified mechanics. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, our technicians are GM certified service experts. They're trained to know every inch of your vehicle. Don't trust your vehicle to just anyone. Have all your service done at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
So we will switch sides of the field here to begin the fourth quarter. The third quarter dominated by the Lyman Eagles, where they scored 12 points. They scored 2 touchdowns on their first 2 plays of the third quarter, a 68-yard run, and I believe it was a 27-yard touchdown. I'm not sure the exact yardage on that first play touchdown, but a fumble on the opening kickoff of the second half gave the ball right to Lyman, and they wasted no time scoring on that first play of the second half. So we'll set up first down here at the Lovell 35-yard line. 12 minutes on the clock as we get started here in quarter number 4. Run up the near sideline. Doesn't get all the way to the sideline, but it's still going to be a gain of about 3 yards there. So we'll set up second and manageable as the Lyman players go back to get the play call from Dale Anderson on the near sideline. Once again, homecoming day here. Early kickoff, 1 o'clock, because Lovell is traveling back home tonight, so they did not want to start this game around 4 o'clock. Lamoureux fumbles the snap. He's going to pick it up and try to make something out of it. He's going to cut up the sideline. He gets there, and he is tackled just about. Let's see if they gave him the first down. And they're going to say he's just shy. So Hagen Lamoureux fumbled the snap. The snap went kind of to his right. He was able to maintain his composure, pick up the ball, and he actually gained about 4 yards on the play. So 3rd and 1. A big third down here in this contest. Lyman trying to salt away the clock. And Lovell trying to get the ball back. Lamoureux in the backfield. He's going to keep it himself, run it up the middle. Did he get the first? It's going to depend on the spot. And they're going to give it to him. So a first down from Lovell. Quarterback keeper right up the middle. And the linebackers from Lovell not quick enough to stop them there. Patient offense has been the key all day for the Lyman Eagles, and they have put up their highest scoring performance of the season. It's going to be a quarterback keeper run right side. Going to be a gain of about 3 yards there. Gets it close to the 20-yard line of Lovell. So Lovell here trying to get a stop, 2nd and long for the Eagles on homecoming day. Lamoureux in the shotgun formation. He'll take the snap, hand it off right. Cut back towards the middle of the field. And that's going to be a big gain on 2nd down. Let's see if the spot gave him a first as the pile converges. and it will be third down. So another 3rd and 1 here. So Jenny Gardner's team was unable to stop Lyman on the last 3rd down and 1. See if she has something different drawn up on this play. 9 minutes to play in quarter number 4. Eagles leading 26-0. Handoff left side, cuts it up the middle, and that's going to be a first down. Preston Brewer came from the slot formation, took the ball from the quarterback and used some of those gaps in the middle of the field created by his offensive line, found enough room and got a gain of 4 on 3rd and 1. So first down here for the Eagles once again, methodically moving the ball down the field, just how Dale Anderson wants when his team is up 26-0. Fumbled snap once again. Let's see who got on top of it. Almost hit the face mask of a Lovell defender. Not sure if he caught it or not. Let's see who comes out of the pile with the ball. Another fumbled snap. And that's going to be Lyman ball once again. So ball off the fingertips of Lamoureux. Not sure if it was a high snap or he just bobbled it. But it will bring up 2nd and 15 now for Lyman. Certainly 4-down territory. They have not kicked an extra point today. So inside the Lovell 25-yard line, unless it's 4th and a country mile, they're going to go for it. Even then they might go for it. Lamoureux taken down behind the line of scrimmage once again. Lovell, a gang tackle in there. Included in the tackle was Madsen May, the freshman, 250 pounds. Landed on top of Hagen Lamoureux, so he's probably going to feel that tomorrow morning or maybe later tonight. Never fun when a big defensive lineman winds up on top of you. Third and long here, 3rd and 16 at the Lovell 19-yard line for Lyman. Back to pass. He's going to throw it across the middle of the field and tipped incomplete. So a good defensive play from Lovell there comes in, knocks the ball away at the very last moment. And I brought up the scenario earlier. It's 4th and 16 at the Lovell 19-yard line. So for a team that does not have a field goal kicker, not have a good kicker, it really makes no sense to try to punt this ball 10 yards down the field. So they're going to line the offense up and just try to gain at least a few yards here and pin Lovell deep, if not pick up the first down. And we are going to see a timeout from Lyman. So 7:31 on the clock in the 4th quarter. 26 for the Eagles, 0 for the Bulldogs. Join us on mylocalradio.com after this commercial break.
Your mobility affects every aspect of your life. When you suffer from an injury that decreases your mobility, or maybe you're just noticing that you're having a harder time balancing and your flexibility isn't what it used to be, call Randy Christofferson at Achieve Sports Medicine. Randy will work with you to improve your overall health by reducing pain and improving mobility. Schedule your appointment today by calling 307-747-4627. Achieve Sports Medicine in Lyman. No excuses, just results.
So Dale Anderson able to talk it over with his team. 4th and very long here. 4th and 16 at the Lovell 19-yard line for the Lyman Eagles, working left to right in the blue and white. Lovell in the white tops and blue bottoms. And I'm not sure what Dale Anderson saw, but whatever he saw, he didn't like it. He's going to call another timeout. So we're going to take another commercial break. Thanks some sponsors. Join us when we return on mylocalradio.com.
MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
So we are back here. Let's see if Dale Anderson runs a play this time around. 4th and 16 at the Lovell 19-yard line. Might have been just trying to see how Lovell lined up defensively, and he called the timeout. Lamoureux back in the shotgun. He'll take the snap, drop back to pass. He's going to throw a fade to the back corner of the end zone, wide open, and the receiver falls down. Not sure if he would have been in bounds. Tough angle from this corner as he slams to the ground in frustration. That was number 27, the intended target. Target was Blake Palmer, the 5'1" junior for the Eagles, not able to get enough under that one. So a good throw. The only possible person to get that ball for that throw was the Lyman Eagle wide receiver. And that's what you want on those fade routes. The only person that should be able to catch a fade route is your own wide receiver. You should not be able to get intercepted on a fade route. It's either all or nothing. And on that one, they came up just short. So Lovell will take over at their own 19-yard line. 1st and 10. Looking to get on the board for the first time today. Back to pitch the ball to the near sideline and wrapped up and tackled for a loss of about 3 on that one. So Jenny Gardner trying to get all the tricks out of her playbook. And nothing really has worked here for the Bulldogs today. 26-0 is the score. The Eagles leading over the Bulldogs. 7 minutes to play in quarter number 4 as the clock continues to tick down. Head coach Jenny Gardner is risking falling to 1-3 on the season if her team can't mount a miraculous comeback. Pass to the right side. Tyler Nichols completes it, and there's a flag on the field. A late flag comes in from the back judge. Might have been a late hit. Not sure what he saw, so we will wait to see what the official penalty is. As of right now, it would be 2nd and 5, or 3rd and 5, excuse me. But we have to see what the penalty is. And they're going to call a block in the back on Lovell. So, block in the back, that play will not count, and we will back it up even further on 2nd down. Lovell going the wrong way as the clock rolls here in quarter number 4, 6.5 minutes to play. And Lovell has the ball at their own, looks like the 13-yard line. Line to gain is the 30-yard line, so call it 2nd and 17 for the Bulldogs. Back to pass. And that's intercepted, and it's going to be taken into the end zone. Tried to be thrown short to the running back for a screen, but it did not work out, and it was intercepted, picked off by the lineman of Lovell, and that's a touchdown, Eagles. Try to see if I can get the name of the player. I didn't see the number of who got that touchdown. Jason Hansen, the great activities director here at Lyman, informed me that was Preston Brewer. So Preston Brewer doing it all once again, intercepts it, carries it probably less than 5 yards, maybe 5-10 yards into the end zone. Not sure exactly where he caught the ball, but inside the 10. So call it a 8-9 yard interception return for a touchdown in the 2nd straight week. Lovell has a throw returned the opposite direction and go into the wrong end zone if you are a Bulldog fan. So Lyman actually going to line up and kick this one. First time today they will try an extra point the old-fashioned way. Snap is low. Kick is blocked at the line of scrimmage. And incomplete. They're going to stop the play dead there. So no return allowed for Lovell on the extra point, but 32 for the Eagles, 0 for the Bulldogs. Return on mylocalradio.com. We have 5:58 left here in quarter number 4.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Frankham. Something I've really enjoyed as a dentist over the past 20 years are the lasting friendships that I've formed with many of my patients. My staff is really great, and we try hard to make sure that every patient feels a warm welcome. It doesn't matter if it's your first visit or if you've been with us for years. Every patient is welcome and always appreciated. Our goal is to provide the best dental care possible at reasonable rates. Please call us today to schedule your appointment at 307-789-8910.
Go Red Devils!
So Lovell will go back to receive this kick. After Lyman took it the opposite way, so Lovell tried to get a screen pass going, but the throw was short, and undercut the route was Preston Brewer, who stood in between the quarterback and the receiver, the running back, and he took this one to the house about 9 yards on the interception return for a touchdown. This kick is short, on the ground, picked up, and they're going to say his knee was on the ground. So the Lovell player had his knee on the ground when he gained possession of the ball. So in Wyoming football, once your knee is down, you are down, just like college. So Lovell will take over at their own, let's see where the ball is spotted. Lovell will take over at their own 33-yard line, looking to get some sort of offense going. Their only real threat today came at the end of the first half when they drove the ball and came up just short of the end zone before the half ran out. Back in the I formation. This one's a handoff, right side, C.J. Lindsey. Gains about 3 on the play, so another first down carry for C.J. Lindsey. He has been putting in some work today for the Lovell Bulldogs. We have about 5.5 minutes. We have exactly 5.5 minutes on the clock as this one comes closer and closer to a conclusion. Back in the I formation again goes quarterback Tyler Nichols. He'll hand this one off, coming left, near sideline. C.J. Lindsey, can he get around the corner? He can. Late flag coming in from behind the play. So let's see if this one counts. We have been used to seeing some laundry on the field today. I believe that's our 16th penalty of the day. So they're talking with the Lyman sideline, so it looks like it's going to be on Lovell. It's going to be a holding penalty on Lovell, and Dale Anderson is saying, let's push him back. So they're going to accept the penalty, push Lovell back, and the ball will be spotted at the 25-yard line. So second down and 18 here, and the clock will roll as the Lovell Bulldogs have been shut out for their last 7 quarters. Lyman looking to make it back-to-back shutouts for the Bulldogs. Back to pass, scrolling to his right is Tyler Nichols, hit as he throws, short of the wide receiver, diving for it, incomplete. Tyler Nichols was hit as he threw, so the ball did not necessarily have as much power underneath of it as he anticipated, and it came just short of the receiver. So we'll bring up 3rd and 18 here for Jenny Gardner's Bulldogs. Have not been able to get the offense going today. And this is a game maybe just like last week. They'll write it off and they'll say we're a better team than this. And we're going to come out stronger next week. Some interesting 2A games across the board. Mountain View is playing against Thermopolis later in the day. If you want to go watch that and you're in the Bridger Valley. hit in the backfield is Tyler Nichols. That will go for another loss, and that will set up 4th and about 24. So, loss of 8 on 3rd down. Tyler Nichols tackled in the backfield. And let's see if they just decide to punt this one away. 4th and 24, not a lot you're going to accomplish on this one. It looks like they will punt it away as Lyman has nobody back. The punt is away, and this one is sent towards midfield, and that one will go out of bounds at the Lovell 45-yard line, so a punt of about 30 yards there. And Lyman will take over at the Lovell 45-yard line with 3:53 on the clock. Once again, we apologize. Our Benedict's Market and True Value scoreboard is not operational today because we had some audio difficulties, so I have to use a new plug, a new device for it, and that took up the spot where the scoreboard camera would be normally. So as of right now, we did not have our Benedict's Market and True Value in Mountain View scoreboard, but we will look to have that running next week. It's going to be a run up the middle. Like a Lovell defender was juked out. Lyman made a late substitution, and number 21 for Lovell, Quentin Hecker, actually followed that player all the way to the sideline like he was a wide receiver. And then he saw the player step out of bounds, and he was like, wait. It's a penalty flag on the field. And a false start on Lyman will back them up. So, not the way they wanted this drive to begin. Possibly the last drive of the game. 3:48 is on the clock in quarter number 4. Lyman has scored 5 touchdowns on the day. They lead 32-0 over the Bulldogs. So Lyman just under 4 minutes away from getting their first win of the season. And we have more flags on the field, so why not? We've had 19 of them on the day. Closing in on penalty number 20 here in this contest. So back Lyman up even further. Another false start on first down. Lyman still has not run a play on this drive yet. So 1st and 20 now. Line to gain is the Lovell 35. They have the ball on their own 45. Handoff up the middle, cutting through some blockers. And that's going to be a gain of about 5, so they'll get the last penalty yardage back on first down and set up a 2nd and 15. So in the scheme of things, it might not matter for today's contest, but it's certainly something that Dale Anderson, he won't be necessarily as happy maybe as he should be with this 32-0 thrashing by his team because of the penalties. And maybe it was just caused by some chippiness in the game or whatnot, but at the end of the day, you don't want your teams to rack up penalties, and that's how drives get killed, and you cannot move the ball down the field. So, 2nd down run is stopped just about at the line of scrimmage, so sets up a 3rd and long here as we approach 3 minutes left in this 4th quarter of this game. So as I said, let's go into some more Class 2A football games across the board after this play. It's going to be a handoff, left side, taken, pushed off the blockers there, tried to get around the corner, could not. That was Braxton Saby, the sophomore, on the carry there, and they'll bring up 4th down. So in Class 2A football, which is what both of these teams are playing, Kemmerer and Big Piney. Kemmerer number 4 in the rankings this week. They started early as well against Big Piney in the 2nd quarter. That game is 12-7. Big Piney trying to upset number 4 Kemmerer and give them their first loss this season. Number 3 Mountain View. They're playing at 4 p.m. today against Thermopolis. Number 1 and 2 Glen Rock against Buffalo. That's 7 o'clock, so that will be a marquee matchup of the Class 2A football scheme. Both of those teams looking to remain perfect in Class 2A play in 2018. That ball goes over the return man's head. He's going to pick this one up in the end zone. And did he get it out of the end zone? Let's see if he did. And yes, that ball is going to be taken inside the 5-yard line. So when it rains, it pours for Lovell. They just have not gotten their offense working today. And they will start this probably final drive of the game with 1:30 to go in the fourth quarter inside their own territory. And just rounding out the scoreboard, Pinedale is at Grable today. Number 4 Grable in the rankings, tied with Kemmerer. So both teams technically ranked number 4, and 5. Pinedale at Grable, that one starts at 4 p.m. So the marquee matchup of the day in Class 2A is number 2 Buffalo at number 1 Glen Rock. And Mountain View for the locals in town. They will play shortly. In about an hour, they will kick off against Thermopolis. So Lyman trying to get back on the scoreboard for the season. They're about to get their first win of the year, something Dale Anderson has to be happy with. As they close in on a minute left in this one. So Lyman, 1 minute to go here. Let's see if they can stop Lovell from moving the ball any further. Lovell looks like they are content to just see this one go away, get it back on the bus, and start that long trip home. As this run is taken up the middle, cut through some blockers, that's going to be a first down. So a big play for Lovell. We'll stop the clock with 40 seconds to go. Exactly. Big 16-yard run on second down. So next week, Lyman will travel to Star Valley, I believe. Yeah, they're going to travel to Star Valley. Oh, they'll host Star Valley. Sorry about that. Jason Hansen talking to me. So they'll host the JV team of Star Valley. So if you're interested in watching some inter-class rivalry between the two, Star Valley's JV team will face off against the Lyman varsity next week here at Lyman. I will be at Pinedale, when Mountain View comes into Pinedale to try to beat the Wranglers next week. So that should be an interesting matchup. And as we round out this one, 32 for the Eagles, 0 for the Bulldogs. So the last 8 quarters have not gone how Jenny Gardner wanted them to go for her Lovell Bulldogs. They have not scored in the last 8 quarters, and they will try again next week to get on the board. But the offense, they made some changes this week. Tyler Nichols, the sophomore, came into quarterback, but it did not help the Bulldogs as this one ended 32-0. 5 touchdowns on the day for the Lyman Eagles. Their offense really got started. Let's see if they are able to continue it next week when they welcome the Star Valley junior varsity team onto their home turf. So that'll do it for us here on mylocalradio.com. Once again, my name is Sean Bennett. Thank you for tuning in to this homecoming day broadcast. If you're headed over to the Mountain View Thermopolis game, make sure to tune in for that one. So I will see you again next week. We have a couple different matches. I will be live when Evanston plays at home against, I believe it's Mountain View in that contest, in that volleyball match on Tuesday on mylocalradio.com. And then next Friday, I will be at Pinedale when the Wranglers will take on the Mountain View Buffaloes. So for that will do it for us here at Lyman High School on homecoming day. Ends just how the home fans wanted it to. 32-0 victory over the Bulldogs for the Eagles. Head coach Dale Anderson gets his first win of 2018. They'll try to keep the momentum going next week. Make sure you tune in to all of our Lyman and Mountain View broadcasts. That Lyman volleyball team is one of the better teams in the entire state, probably the best in the entire state. So that'll do it for us here on mylocalradio.com. Once again, my name is Sean Bennett. Tune in next week when we cover some volleyball and football.